Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time and welcome Mr. John Cunningham.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'll just share my screen. And welcome to this session. Before we dive in, I just want to give a little bit of background on the presentation that I'm going to carry out in the next few minutes. Over the last 2 years, I've also been running global sales. So I've been engaging with numerous chief data officers, chief privacy officers, data protection officers, and chief information security officers around the world. So this is kind of a lesson learned from those engagements and some of the use cases that we've engaged on and encountered on this journey, and some of the inputs from these people we've been working with. Predominantly there are some from Asia that I'll talk to lightly, but probably the use cases I'm going to talk to will actually be international ones, but have relevance particularly with the emergence of the new data protection laws coming into Indonesia and the PDD in Singapore. I've just got some questions here. Okay, so once again, reiterating, I've put this deck together in this way so it can be utilised. There's one question there about us and what we do. I'll come to that in a moment. But essentially, if you've got multiple parts of the organisation, don't use terminology and features, use use cases. Look at the use cases, compare the use cases. Look at the existing investment, and then look at what investments are not only suited for you now, but what can be suited into the future. Look for a platform play. Make sure your stakeholders are engaged, and there's someone who's going to actually take the ball when you pass it to them post the implementation of a project. And make sure that you're not caught out by projects of the council because you don't have that alignment. I think the saying is lean into the business. And then move into the space where, how do you govern this sensitive information and personal information? How do you do it at scale? How do you do it where it's based on policy around automatically putting guardrails around that sensitive information and ensuring that only the person who has access to it is the person who should have access to it, and people aren't under-accessing it or over-accessing it, understanding what controls you need to put around masking, deletion of this information based on policy and individuals. So to answer the question that came through, that's what we do as an organisation from a platform point of view. Ray, would there be any questions? Are there any solutions? No, what's this one from UC? Can you please share the initial steps preparation an organisation should do before appointing a data protection officer? Okay, maybe UC, we can take that offline. Okay, Ray and team, I know I finished a few minutes early, and often people finish late, but hopefully everyone finds that to be a useful presentation, and I can make the presentation available through Ray and the team there.